So the last time I did this, I let these three people go first, and I never got to talk, so we'll see how it goes today. But anyway, welcome to the transportation session. I think there is no more pressing problem on our community. I guess maybe affordable housing ranks up there, but I think transportation is by far the most pressing issue facing all of us. And particularly in communities like North Miami Beach. For those that live or work up here, it's very hard to get from here to anywhere. I mean, just the gridlock is, the gridlock is constant. Every major intersection on Biscayne, as you head west, is the same thing. But what is occurring is there's a level of energy, and I've been doing this for a while, there's a level of energy that I have not seen as we try to address these problems. I think we have a perfect storm in a good sense coming together. We have incredible administrative leadership. We have very supportive political leadership. And it takes both of those things to happen for these big projects to happen. And we're not talking about small projects, we're talking about big projects. Whether it's Brightline, hopefully behind that, the Tri-Rail Coastal Link, which directly affects this community, or east-west, or northwest 22nd Avenue, or the Miami Beach corridor. We have pressing needs in each part of the community. We've got 4 speakers. We're going to start off with Eileen Duplay. Eileen is the 1-year, 10-year new executive director of the Miami-Dade Metropolitan Planning Organization. She, along with Alice Bravo, are the architects of the SMART Plan, which we're going to hear about. She'll be followed by Alice Bravo, who is the 1.5-year tenure director of the Department of Transportation and Public Works, who will then be followed by Jose Gonzalez. Jose is Vice President for Community, Intergovernmental, whatever, for all aboard Florida. And if you want to see a transformational project, go to downtown Miami. We're doing a $1 billion development, and those trains are going to start running in July. And when those trains start running, everybody in North Miami Beach and Ventura is going to say, well, how come it's not stopping here? And that's part of what we need to do as a team is try to make those things happen. So with that, over to yours.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here today and participate in this discussion this morning. You are? Very appropriate, planning for the road ahead. So the presentation that I'm going to present today is really going to give you a national, regional, and local perspective of planning ahead for the future in terms of transportation. Transportation and mobility is critical to our economic survival of our region, and it's directly tied into our communities, our quality of life, the livability of our communities. So we want to think global, we want to think mobility, we want to think transit, highway, roadway, pedestrian, bicycle, special needs transportation, trails. We have to look at our holistic network, and then we have to be cognizant of our freight. We have some of the largest economic engines in the Southeast United States in terms of our airport, cargo capacity, and freight operations on our network. And then, of course, we are the #1 cruise capital of the world, Port Miami. So we have probably the leading percent of visitors coming to Florida through our port for passenger cruise operations. So I'm just going to jump right in. So this is a great graphic because I like to point out that just very recently, in the last 2 years, we have surpassed the state of New York in terms of the ranking of the most populous states in the nation. So you have California as the most populous state in the nation, followed by Texas, now Florida, and then New York. So there's something interesting when you look at the 4 largest states in the nation and you try to have an objective look at what's going on in those 4 states. You'll see that 3 of the 4 states are heavily engaged in balancing their network with transit and highway. So you have New York, California, and Texas. and active mass transit development in their large urban core centers. And Florida is just starting to get on the national scene. Historically, we are a donor state. We do not get our federal share back to our state in terms of transit investment, and also donor community at the county level in terms of state dollars coming back to our county. So we've taken a close look at what's going on in the largest states. How are they being so successful advancing mass transit projects? How are they winning new federal transportation funds and bringing it to their regions to move forward their plans? So we'll take a quick look at that. So I'm just gonna let you know that when we talk about mobility, it's not just one mode. We're not just focused. The Metropolitan Planning Organization is a policy board. We prioritize and program transportation projects for Miami-Dade County, and we prioritize using federal funds. All federal funds, federal transportation funds coming into our area goes through the Metropolitan Planning Organization in terms of prioritization. We work with our partners, Miami-Dade County, all of the municipalities, and of course our private sector partners who said we'll be talking about the Bright Line. I like to tell everyone that the Bright Line, which is a private passenger rail project, there's only 2 private passenger rail projects in the nation. One is in Texas and one is here in Florida with its Grand Central Station plugged into our mass transit network right here in downtown in our county. So San Francisco Bay Area, here's a snapshot. This is one of the largest urban areas in the nation, probably the largest MPO. Right now, they are completing. This is just a snapshot of their current construction. This is not at all the new projects that are coming through the pipeline. But they have a program of projects, 9 transit projects ranging from bus rapid transit, commuter rail, and light rail that they are currently completing over a specified time frame. Of their 9 program of projects, their 9 transit projects, 5 of them were awarded new federal transportation funds above and beyond their population formula that they competitively won nationally by having the right project at the right time, being organized, having a strong coalition and unified voice from their region. They're very good about doing that. So they have a program of about $8 billion. Los Angeles, not to be left behind. Very large MPO, very large population. Current construction for program of projects of transit, they have about an $8 billion program. Out of their 6 projects, 4 of them received new federal transportation funds. And you'll hear me saying that because really, those are our funds too. So those are competitively awarded. You have to compete nationally against other projects, state to state, for your transit project to win those federal dollars, and that made the difference. They have a program of 6 projects in an 8-year timeline, massive. Light rail and heavy rail and commuter rail projects, they're moving forward and constructing over an 8-year timeline, concurrently and staggered. So we'll move to the next one, not to leave San Diego behind. You can see I'm focusing on California. So you have the Bay Area with 9 projects, 5 of which receive federal funds. You have Los Angeles with a program of 6 projects, 4 of which receive new federal funds, and let's not leave San Diego behind. They may have 2 projects here, they're smaller. They're the closest comparison to Miami-Dade. They are a 1-county MPO with approximately 2.3 million population base. They were just awarded a $1 billion full funding grant agreement from the Federal Transit Administration in June. So just the mindset in California is that the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and San Diego, they are not competitors. They don't see each other as the competition.